Welcome back to another minty Honda production. Well, this is a milestone for sure. We're timed up. I basically just test fitted the intake and the valve cover just to take a couple pictures and, you know, send it out to the homies. But we are timed up. Bunch of assembly lube, probably just add a little bit more just for safety. Pick out all the little small bits that you might find in there. But I am a happy feller. Yeah, we just test fitted the intake manifold. I just got one nut holding it on right now. No gasket. But I am very happy. This is looking good. All right, so we got a couple things done. We got the water neck on with some RTV. The intake manifold is fully bolted on, tightened down. But I decided to go with yellow for the valve cover. I think it looked pretty sweet. It'll be a good like spoon theme, I guess. And I also got yellow coolant hoses, so I think it'll go good. You know, once you pop the hood, it's like, oh, everything's yellow, and then the car's blue. Oh, it's spoon. And then I got the yellow little decal or banner that Sam got for me. Yeah, she's real dusty, but she'll get cleaned either the first or second time I take her out because she deserves it. But yeah, we're moving along. Think we're going to end up using the GSR trans on this just for the time being, and then when this engine does eventually get built and thrown in the car, I'll take the Type R trans from my Turbo Integra, put it on this so that we have shorter gears and an LSD for the racetrack, which will be fantastic because I still need to learn this chassis a bit and figure out some other things. And I have the Aero now. I don't know how much it's gonna affect the handling, but hopefully the little bit of front downforce will help. So we shall see. Air filter, super power flow. And it's got a Porsche on it. That's how you know it's fast. Yeah, we'll just pop this on here, like so. It's kind of big, but I mean, you know, you can never complain about something being too big, if you know what I mean. Kind of wish this thing had a longer snout on it so it's not smacking my freshly painted valve cover. Ain't going anywhere. Alright, let's get a grommet for that. I only notched the paint up a little bit. We got her in though. That's pretty mint. And I did notice when I had this flipped over, it took some of my paint off a little bit. What the hell? Or maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. But now this guy pops right in. And now we got our blocked off PCV. What a treat. Alright, that's done. Now we'll sand that down a little bit, and then valve cover will be ready to go.
Thank you.
Nice. Yep. She's squashing it pretty good. That's what we want. All right, cool. I'm gonna push this out a little bit. I'm gonna see it better. And then we can throw this cap on. Yeah, that was always the issue with this. That cap specifically. Well, all right, there we go. Looking good. All right. If you guys seen that in the last video, these are fantastic. They're so good. They're so good that I got 3 other bags at Walmart. I wish I would have got more, but should be good there. I am a Monster drinker, so I got the Monsters. These are fantastic. You can't go wrong with voltage. You just can't go wrong with it. And then I keep around the, what is this, like 2 liters? 2 quarts of Lipton green tea. Fantastic. Moment of truth. We're gonna prime the oil pump once it builds a little bit of pressure on the gauge. And then we'll prime the fuel system twice. And then we will see how she starts. All right. So the last clip you guys seen was us figuring out the kinks. So the starter was bad. So what we did is we pulled the starter from the OG tag, that blackened tag where you guys seen a couple of videos ago that we did an engine swap on, and put it in this. It worked. We primed the oil pump, cranked it a couple times, and then we hooked the ECU back up. We primed it twice for fuel, and it started right up. But our idle was super low. So there's this little screw on the bottom of the, basically the little butterfly guy there. So when you tighten that, it basically pushes the, the idle up. So we got that dialed in. So this will start and idle, no problem now. All right. So I got the splitter on, bumper, and the rods and everything. The splitter itself to the chassis is tightened down. The rods, they're hand tight right now. I'm probably gonna snug those up here in a little bit. But honestly, I've just been enjoying looking at this car. It looks absolutely fantastic. Like, this is so cool. Like, this is my dream right here. I love this. Our intake is set up. I don't know if you guys will be able to see in there. It's kind of dark, but found a filter for the air box, so that's sweet. We're all clamped up. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. So we have this. I don't know how good it comes up on camera because it's pretty dark, but there's like a little bit of blue. It's a blue, like I don't know. The fabric is blue, and then the actual like carbon fiber is obviously black, or like, you know, super dark gray. I think what I'm gonna do with one of these bigger panels, probably this one, because it's a lot tougher. There's a lot more epoxy. Just use it for like a gauge panel for my pod gauges. everything here, but the camera's all weird. All right, well, so we'll cut it down quick. So gauges are out. Wires have to get shortened here. These are all for power and ground. And then, you know, you got splitters so we can control all the gauges. These green wires are for coolant sender. We got oil temp sender. This one is oil pressure, and this one is AFR. So yeah, we'll start making the panel, and then once we figure out what we're doing with that, then we can start shortening these wires and figure out how I'm gonna, you know, if I want to put the panel in first and then shorten the wires, or shorten the wires and then put the panel in. Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the panel. Let the camera charge for a bit, and then when I get the holes drilled, we'll come back and we'll start test fitting stuff. All right, we have done it. This is pretty badass, if I don't say so myself. Yeah, pretty solid. I mean, how much more solid do you need it to be? It's just holding gauges in. Yeah, riveted. So I basically just made L brackets to connect to the dash. And I basically said what I was gonna do. I just riveted the brackets to the gauge panel, and then I made holes. I did pre-drilled holes into the L bracket up here, and then just self-tapered it in there, and it went really smooth. And I just got the gauges in here just to test fit. We still gotta shorten all these wires, and I'm gonna put a little bit of electrical tape around these just for them to, you know, actually sit in there better instead of just kind of, you know, flopping around. Alright, so we have power, and do you see how they all max out? That means that none of the sender wires are hooked up. That's fine. So now we'll hit headlights. Look at that. It rattles a little bit. Liquor store when you get one of your cars running. Tradition of mine. I gotta adjust this clutch a little bit, but other than that, it feels pretty good. Temps are staying down. What's kind of weird with this setup is, since my heater hoses are looped, I'm essentially bypassing the thermostat, and the thermostat really never opens. So I'm thinking I should get a way lower thermostat, like a 150, because I believe right now I'm running a 180. AFRs are about where they need to be. A little rich, but on throttle it's about perfect. that's gonna be it for this video. Civic runs, drives, stops, makes all the great noises. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do. I'll give you guys one last glimpse of the car in the sun. Oh, doesn't she look beautiful? Yes. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Like always, I appreciate anybody who's still watching these old videos, and I appreciate anybody who's coming along and helping me make my dreams come true, working on the cars and all that. But other than that, like I said, I appreciate all y'all's, and stay tuned for the next video.